Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys how to change the spark plugs in a 2005 Jeep Laredo. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take the connector off for your circuit to the wiring harness that goes around your spark plug. So you're going to want to push this little tab down here. It's not very hard, just push it down a little bit and give it a little pull. There you go. Then you're going to have another bolt with a nut here, and you're going to want to use a 10mm socket to take that off, which I already have here. So just real quick, potentially this isn't very hard to do unless you get to the rear ones, and in this case this is a V8, so you have 8 plugs, and there's this bar that goes around the top of your motor right here, goes over top of your carburetor, which is right there, and you've got to take the air box off first, of course, which isn't very hard. But potentially this isn't hard. I'm going to set the phone down for a second because I need 2 hands to take this off. But like I said, it's not very hard for the first 4, but as you go towards the back of the vehicle or the back of the engine block, it's going to get a little bit more difficult because it's harder to reach. You're going to need a couple extensions. It might be easier if you actually take this bar off here, but I didn't. So, not very hard, like I said. Just take that little nut off. There it is. And you're going to want to give it a little twist, just a little one, and then pull. And if it's never been changed, usually it's harder to get off, but this one was on there pretty good. But so here it is. Can't really see the inside of it, but there it is. So spark plug is located down there, which, like I said, you're gonna need an extension, and you're gonna need a 5/8 inch spark plug socket. If anyone doesn't know what that is, probably shouldn't be working on vehicles, but this is what it looks like. And here is the 5/8 there. So, and just go ahead and stick it down there, and you want to make sure that it is around the head of your spark plug because you don't want to strip it. If you strip it, you're really going to have a very hard time getting it out, and I mean potentially a harder time getting the engine out itself, because you're not going to be able to get that out unless you take it off of the engine mounts, and that's a whole other process. We're not going to get into that today, but I'm about to set the phone down again one more time. Another thing you want to know is, you know, when you're taking the spark plug out, make sure you're not tightening it down more, because if you tighten it down more than it already is, that could cause very big problems. You're gonna strip your spark plug as well as the female part of the spark plug, going into the combustion chamber of the engine. So don't do that. And once you get it loose enough, you can keep cranking it, or you can just take it off of your wrench, your socket wrench, and just unscrew it by hand. And if you have a magnet, I mean, you can get the spark plug out with a magnet, but you're not gonna want to use that. And after you take the spark plug out, before you take it all the way out, you're gonna want to blow it out. Already did in this case. I'm just doing this for a video, but like I said, you're gonna want to blow it out. and it's going to be very hard to get to. Very hard to get to. So you're going to need a pair of needle nose, or whatever kind of pliers you can get that'll fit down there. It's not very big. It's probably like a little bigger than a 5/8. Sorry about the phone, guys. I'm gonna have to set it down one time just to grab this out. I need 2 hands. There is the spark plug. Like I said, just use a pair of needle nose and it shouldn't have a problem. This spark plug looks relatively in good shape. It's not burnt, doesn't smell bad. They're gonna smell like gas because it's in the your cylinder head. So you're gonna want to smell it just to see if there's gas on it. Just to make sure that it's getting its right combustion. But that's a good spark plug, so nothing's wrong with this one here. I'll be taking the other ones out. They're all the same, so if you're changing your spark plugs, make sure you get all the ones that you need before you do it. You don't want to keep running back and forth. And if you're going to change one, you might as well change them all. So make sure you have everything you need when you start, because there's no sense in running back and forth to the auto parts store. But like I said, they're all the same, so that's how you do that one. And if you guys have any questions when I upload this video, I'll leave a link down below with my email. You guys can ask all the questions you want. I have no problem answering them. All right.